is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Here we go now.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
All right, here we go.
On second down, it's Drake. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, Cutler. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. On first down, Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 67 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Bortles. Completes it to Hearns. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's caught right side. It's Hearns. And he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Again, it's Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Brandon, this is why play callers get the big bucks. This wasn't a 4th and inches call. You get into situations like 4th and 3, 4th and 4. You got to touch.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
And now out come the Jags. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Bortles to throw on second down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Throwing his Bortles on third down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Bortles will keep it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Right back to Drake. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From midfield now, here's Cutler. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Cutler to throw on second down. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Cutler. And he finds Stills, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won a state title. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Why are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Bortles now on first down. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards. On first down, Bortles. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And now it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. A final shot before half for Bortles. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Here's Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side at the 24-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Don't want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Drake, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll throw on first down with Cutler. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. From the gun, it's Cutler. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Cutler. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Cutler. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Telvin Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Well, I think everything was impressive about that one, except they didn't get a first down. But I like their field position now after that play.
Yeah, now you got a pretty makeable field goal opportunity. Back now in Miami, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught by Hearns. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. Here's Brad Nortman now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Again, it's Cutler. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Back to throw. He finds Hearns left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Second down now after the pass completion. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack them.
There goes Allen Hurns. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Hurns, 74 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Cutler's going to throw it. It's complete to Drake. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
More now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Bortles now on first down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Oh, Cutler going to throw. And Stills over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Throwing now, Cutler on first down. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. So that'll back him up 5. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you?